got that power.
Rex Church is not only Magister Temple of the Church of Satan, but he is an adept of the Temple of the Vampire and foremost expert in the techno-magic.
The Church of Satan has declared total war on ignorance. This has often been misconstrued by mainstream media. It's not a war of race. It is a war of the intelligent versus the stupid, of predator and prey, master and slave, domination and servitude. Satan represents the powers of force in nature, and we feel that a cleansing of the idiot ideology of the pallid, incompetent Christ is in order. And so this is something that the Church of Satan is conducting on many different avenues. We're doing this through the use of what we have called aesthetic terrorism. This involves the creative use of art, music, writing, effectively what we call propaganda, the dissemination of information to influence what we call iron youth.
In and of itself, the only connection that there would be with the Church of Satan would be in an interest in the human mind. Outside of that, absolutely nothing. Scientology, is really seems to be interested in being able to control money more than it is magic. So, we consider that a lot of what they do is rather silly. And the connection to Aleister Crowley is only, or to Scientology itself, is that all three of these organizations are interested in magic and the study of the human mind. But outside of that, our tenets and ideals are very, very different. Well, you talk about, becoming a conduit for demonic forces. I think that anytime you set yourself up as a lightning rod through specific actions, through surrounding yourself with certain words, by involving yourself in a particular type of environment, very much as I have, as being an advocate of the total environmental conception, which everything matches together, and it is very dark side oriented, that you become certainly a channel for forces that are difficult to describe.
What would you want to do with these demons?
Well, first and foremost, I'm an artist, and I'm a sculptor. My father was a tool and die maker, a master machinist, so I grew up around the disciplines of machining and cutting and welding, these types of things. That, combined with my interest in magic, drove me from early on to want to work in the area in which I could create a device that would allow you to perhaps generate some kind of life, some kind of at least force that might be able to serve your ends. Now, the Ragnarok engine is a highly sophisticated piece of machinery. It involves a lot of esoteric technology and esoteric architecture. Things such as Centix, which is shapes that create specific emotional waves when you look at it. Metonymics, which are shapes that look like what they are supposed to do. So they're kind of like the physical equivalent of the onomatopoeia, which are words that sound like what they mean. There are actual shapes that look like what they are supposed to do. And these kind of things go back deep into the human psyche. The law of the trapezoid, which was a magical principle first coined by Anton LaVey, which was all obtuse angles are magically harmful to those who are not aware of this characteristic, yet strengthening and magically empowering to those who know how to use them. First coined by Anton LaVey which was all obtuse angles are magically harmful to those who are not aware of this characteristic, yet strengthening and magically empowering to those who know how to use them. Shape and dimension definitively have effects on the viewers, and we know this. This is part of this just psychological magic. This is what in black magic we call, or in satanic magic we call, lesser magic. These are just psychological effects that affect the mind and the psyche of the viewer. It's not to be confused with high magic or night side magic, which takes place in the ritual chamber, which is of a different order, in which you suspend time and space to create an effect, and it's a lot more difficult to measure that type of effect. First coined by Anton LaVey which was all obtuse angles are magically harmful to those who are not aware of this characteristic, yet strengthening and magically empowering to those who know how to use them.